3 days. That's how long the average household lasts on the water, sitting in the fridge in the pantry. After that, people get creative in all the wrong ways. Draining the toilet bowl, scooping the neighbor's koi pond, standing 4 hours in line behind a supply truck holding an empty milk jug. Some of them will end up trying to boil pond water over a tire fire. And the whole time, there is a sealed steel tank inside their own house holding 50 gallons of clean, treated drinking water they have never once thought about. I'm talking about your water heater. That beige cylinder in the basement, the garage, the hallway closet. The one you walk past every single day without looking at it. A small one holds 40 gallons. A big family unit holds 80. The prepping industry wants to sell you a blue storage barrel for $400, plus a hand pump, plus shipping. Meanwhile, the man who built your house already installed the barrel, plumbed it into the wall, and set it to refill itself every time you wash your hands. Here's why that water is good. A water heater isn't stagnant storage, it's flow. Every shower and every load of dishes pulls fresh water through the tank. So what's sitting in there right now is the same treated city water that comes out of your kitchen faucet. It cycles. It stays clean. And before the comment section starts, yes, you can drink it. The inside of that tank is glass-lined steel, built to hold drinking water under pressure for decades. It's the same water you boil your pasta in. The day the grid goes down, that boring appliance stops being a water heater and becomes the most valuable 50 gallons in your zip code, unless you ruin it in the first 10 minutes. Because most people who know this trick still get the extraction wrong in ways that cost them the whole tank. So here's the part the other channels skip. 5 moves in order. Get them right, and you drink for 2 weeks. Get them wrong, and you're out there at the koi pond with everybody else. Move 1. Kill the heat before you touch anything else. Electric unit, flip the breaker. Gas unit, turn the dial on the control box to off. Skip this step, and the heating element keeps firing while the water level drops. And an element heating dry steel destroys itself in under a minute. The machine that was going to save your life becomes scrap because you were in too much of a hurry to flip one switch. Move 2, and this is the one with a clock on it. Close the cold water inlet. There's a valve on the pipe feeding the top of the tank, usually a lever or a round handle. Turn it. Here's why it matters. When city pressure dies, water in the mains can flow backwards. Broken lines, floodwater, whatever contamination started the emergency in the first place, it can siphon into your neighborhood's pipes, and from there into your tank. Shut the inlet early, and your 50 gallons is sealed off from all of it. So the moment you hear a boil water advisory or the taps start sputtering, you close that valve first and ask your questions afterward. The man who shuts a valve 30 seconds early looks paranoid, right up until he's the only one on the block drinking clean water. Move 3. Let it cool, then break the vacuum. The water in that tank is sitting at around 140 degrees, hot enough to scald skin in seconds. If the situation gives you time, wait a few hours after you kill the heat. Then, before you drain a single drop, walk upstairs and open any hot water faucet in the house and leave it open. A sealed tank holds a vacuum, and a vacuum means nothing comes out the bottom. Same physics as holding your thumb over a straw. Open a faucet up top, air gets in, water comes out below. Skip this and you'll stand there wondering why your 50-gallon jackpot gave you half a cup and quit. Move 4. The drain valve. Down at the bottom of the tank there's a small spigot. On most units, it's cheap plastic, and on most units, it has never been opened once since the day the heater was installed. Thread a garden hose onto it. Run the hose to your containers and open it gently, quarter turn. If you crank a brittle 20-year-old plastic valve like you're opening a fire hydrant, it snaps off, and now your 50 gallons is on the floor instead of in your jugs. And if the flow comes out weak or dies completely, that's sediment clogging the opening. Close it. Give the bottom of the tank a few firm taps and open it again. Move 5. Respect the sediment. The first water out of that drain comes out looking like ditch water, cloudy, gritty, sometimes orange. That's the mineral layer that's been quietly building up on the bottom of the tank for years. Calcium, scale, rust flakes. Let it run into a separate bucket until the flow turns clear, and only then start filling your drinking containers. That murky first gallon won't poison you, but there's no reason on earth to drink tank gravel when 50 clear gallons are sitting right behind it. And if you're not sure about any of it, the tank sat warm for weeks, or you suspect you closed that inlet late, treat the water anyway. Rolling boil for 1 full minute. Done. No way to boil? Plain unscented household bleach. 8 drops per gallon. Stir. Wait 30 minutes. If it smells faintly like a swimming pool, that's the smell of water that won't put your whole family down sick in the middle of a blackout. Now the gut check. Go look at your unit this week, because some of you don't have a tank at all. If there's a small briefcase-sized box bolted to the wall instead of a cylinder, you own a tankless heater. Congratulations, you bought the efficient one, and your emergency reserve is 0 gallons. You're back to buying barrels like everybody else. Everyone with a tank, run the math. Standard planning is 1 gallon per person per day, just for drinking. A family of 4 with a 50-gallon tank is carrying almost 2 weeks of drinking water inside a wall, and most of them will never know it. 3 things to do before you ever need any of this. First, find your tank tonight. Find the inlet valve and turn it once, closed, then open again, so you know it moves, and you know where it is in the dark. Second, once a year, crack that drain valve and flush a few gallons until they run clear, so the sediment never cements itself into a plug. Third, hang a cheap garden hose and a bottle of unscented bleach on a nail next to the tank. Total investment? Maybe $10. It's the best 50-gallon water plan in America, and the survival industry never made a dime on it. Here's the lesson underneath all of it. When things fall apart, the people who make it through aren't the ones with the most gear stacked in the garage. They're the ones who actually know what's already inside the walls of the house they live in. Most folks will spend that first thirsty night searching the dark for water that was 10 feet from their bed the whole time. Now you're not most folks. If this one's going in your back pocket, subscribe and hit the bell. This channel runs on exactly this kind of boring, unglamorous knowledge that keeps families alive. And drop a comment telling me your tank size, 40, 50, or 80, so I know who on this channel is sitting on the biggest reserve. Stay sharp. Stay ready.